Hello and welcome to another Wednesday on the Den. My name is Aaron and I'm coming to you from Manchester, England. So this week is our question and answer week on the Den. And in the last week I think I've been asked the same questions quite a lot. I've been asked what's happened, are you okay, how you doing? And so to answer those questions, what's happened? Well, on Thursday last week, one of my sisters passed away, Lisa. And so I'd like to dedicate this video to her and her memory and just answer a few questions about Lisa. Am I okay and how am I doing? As well as this can be expected, I'm doing alright. And I fly out to France on Wednesday to go to her funeral, which is on Thursday. And then I fly back on Friday. So who is Lisa? Lisa is my sister. As you know from previous videos, my dad's been married 5 times. Lisa is the oldest of my blood siblings. So in my dad's second marriage to Wendy, his first child was Lisa, and the second child was Ruth. I'm from the 4th marriage. There was also children in the 3rd marriage, but anyway, I digress. Lisa was my oldest sister. She just turned 45 in March. She was born in 1970, on March 24th. She was actually born in America. After my second sister Ruth was born, that's when they moved over to the UK. So why am I going to France? Well, that's quite a long story really. So obviously my sister lived in France, that's where she passed away. How did she get there though? Well, obviously when I was born, Lisa was 14 years old. 4 years later, at the age of 18, she was diagnosed with leukemia. The medication that she was put onto then led to other problems. So my sister has spent basically all of her adult life from the age of 18 quite ill, and having to live with various other problems that have been caused because of the leukemia and the leukemia medication. Lisa's mum, Wendy, lives in France, and so the last couple of years Lisa has lived close by, and so Lisa was in respite care to make sure that she was okay and being looked after. So on Thursday, Lisa suffered a brain hemorrhage, and then this led to her passing shortly afterwards. Now, one thing with Lisa, which since I spoke to my sister Ruth about this, has given me a little bit of comfort. Lisa was a Buddhist and she was practicing Buddhist, which is also why I've chosen to wear white today rather than the traditional black. White is the colour of mourning within the Buddhist faith. So with her passing, that actually means that she's moving on to her next life. She will be reincarnated. And with the amount of shit that she was put through in her life with the leukemia and everything else, surely that must mean that when she's reincarnated this time, she's in for a wonderful life. So hopefully that works for her, and she will have an easier time this time around. Now if you're on my Facebook, you may have seen comments from Lisa in the past, and they normally are fairly lengthy comments onto a status or a photo, and I think it was the one way that we still connected in the last few years. Growing up, although I didn't live with Lisa, she visited us and stayed with us quite often. Less so as we got older, but you know, she did visit, she did stay with us. And her nickname for me was AJ Nagoo, and that is one lasting memory that I'll always have of Lisa. Lisa went to UConn. She studied agriculture. She really loved animals, especially horses. She also used to ride horses, and she loved dogs. When she used to visit when I was little, my mum describes her as taking me over. She loved me to pieces. I think that's probably why this has hit me a lot stronger than I thought it would. Obviously I know that she's my sister, but in the last few years we haven't been extremely close, but there's been a lot of history there, and a lot of connections when we were younger and growing up, and so it is very, very, very difficult, and it's been quite hard to keep emotions in check. I think the hardest thing for me is that because she's been ill for basically the majority of my life, it's one of those things that we've been kind of expecting to happen, but at the same time as being still expected that she'll be around at Christmas, she'll be around at New Year, she'll be around next year. I never actually thought it would end and that she wouldn't be here anymore. It's kind of a shock to the system in a lot of ways. But at the same time I feel guilty because I'm only a half brother, and me and Ruth talked about this quite a lot. Ruth is fully fledged sister. Her mum and her dad are the same people. For me, just my dad was the same, but still she was my sister. But I feel guilty for getting so upset, especially when I was speaking to Ruth on the phone and she was staying so strong and I was breaking down. I can't imagine what Wendy and my dad are going through to have to say goodbye to their own daughter. You should never have to say goodbye to your own daughter. So although your prayers and well wishes and condolences and everything else for myself are greatly appreciated, please send your loves and prayers to my dad and to Wendy. Send them to Ruth and send them to the rest of the family as well, because I just don't know how any of us are keeping anything together at the moment. Death is a normal part of life and we have to get on with it, and with time it will get easier, I know that, but right now it's pretty hard. Like I said, I'm flying out to France on Wednesday. I fly from Liverpool at 9 in the morning. I can't say any of the places. I don't know how to speak French, I don't know how to say anything, which is really quite scaring me at the moment. But it's right dab in the middle of France, about 3-4 hours south of Paris that we're going to. The ceremony and cremation's happening on Thursday, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So that would be 2 p.m. in the UK. So if at all you're awake at that point in America or Australia, or it comes to your mind on Thursday, please spare a thought at 2 p.m. BST and send your love our way. It'd be greatly appreciated. This is the first time in a very long time I've been to France. The next time that I planned to go to France was to go to Disney there, so this is totally a different situation than what I wanted it to be. Totally unexpected. Very, very emotional. The silver lining is that it's bringing quite a lot of our family together to say goodbye. And I guess that's what I want to do in this video, is say goodbye. So Lisa, thank you for everything. You are someone who loved to travel but couldn't. And I know that Ruth has spent most of her life travelling for both of you, so that she can share that experience with you. But all my future travels are now dedicated to you and your spirit. so that you can travel the world with me and hopefully see just a little bit more. Love you and I miss you. Thank you for watching this week, guys, and thank you for letting me do this. I'm sorry it's a little bit emotional. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your week, and I'll see you next Wednesday. Thank you. Bye.